This presentation will provide an overview of Storyteller and how it fits into today's ecosystem of IT tooling. IT organizations today need a clear and consistent vision or definition of what it is they're trying to build. Now today, even at high levels and even on very large complex initiatives, the way they do this is literally with whiteboards, with infinite Slack conversations, and with individual heroes, as I call them, product owners. But of course, on large initiatives, you can't just have one. You need many of them. And then, of course, the problem becomes, how do we get alignment and clarity between this group and maintain that over time? It's incredibly difficult, and the fact of the matter is, it literally starts to break down. Very important decisions get lost in a sea of Slack threads. And those whiteboards, they get erased, they get miscommunicated. And none of this is persistent. What we do with Storyteller is we start by considering the business context. So we start by examining and capturing the business value stream, capturing things like customer journeys, decomposing or mapping these down into the business processes of the organization, and considering the business rules, the procedures, the policies, and all the other things that comprise that business context. Then what we can do is progressively decompose and evolve that down into the definition of a solution or application or enhancements to one that will deliver value into that business context. And we can do this in a number of ways, but one in particular with Storyteller are very lightweight, agile scenarios that are easy to use, easy to understand, accessible by every single team member and stakeholder. Now, all of this work in Storyteller from top to bottom takes full account of applicable regulations or regulatory obligations, other constraints like non-functional requirements, things like performance, security, privacy, reliability, things that are incredibly important to an enterprise and we can't afford to miss. Then from all this work, what Storyteller is able to do is automatically transform these lightweight scenarios into the assets that will drive implementation and test. Specifically, it'll automatically create user stories, acceptance tests in the form of given when then gherkins, and functional tests. And then these assets in real time are synchronized into work management tools, so they can be implemented. In the case of stories, it goes into tools that hold backlogs, track progress through things like burn down. Those are tools with names like Jira, Rally, version 1. And similarly, the testing information will go into test automation tools and test management tools. In fact, Storyteller integrates with well over 40 popular ALM tools today. Storyteller is used by large-scale organizations who have many initiatives and very large and complex initiatives, which involve many teams. And when trying to do a large-scale coordinated effort, you also need tools that provide longer-term horizons, like road mapping tools, giving you the longer-term perspective and dependencies. And also tools like PPM, where at an even longer-term horizon we can identify the initiatives that we would like to do, and they, of course, compete for funding. Some get approved, some don't, but then we track them moving forward, and from other dimensions like value delivery and cost. So everything on the right here literally is what we would call work management, while that on the left we would call definition. And it's absolutely imperative that you do have automation for both, especially the larger and more complex the initiatives you're undertaking. And from this, our customers are telling us through independent survey that they're experiencing upwards of 50% improvement in productivity and 30% reduction in waste or rework. Some of the key benefits: alignment of business and IT and even the compliance group through that top to bottom evolution from business value stream and journey right down to the automatically generated stories and tests. So everything is consistent and everything is aligned, guaranteeing we're going to be delivering what the business needs or business value. Another major benefit is scale. When the size and complexity of initiatives grow, there's so many more enterprise issues that comes to bear, and Storyteller helps tackle those issues, breaking down the barrier to scalability. It's also data-driven. All that information on the left-hand side with Storyteller persists, while today it's largely thrown away. When you use Storyteller, you can then leverage this information for numerous benefits like reuse and for applying AI and machine learning technology to help augment decision making. And finally, visibility. Storyteller gives clear visibility from a business perspective on the work being done in IT. So we can literally track these initiatives from end to end. Thanks for watching.